The best piece of advice I have for someone trying to succeed in the film industry or any creative space is if you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're doing it wrong.
One of the best to ever do it.
What is freedom? I think I stole this from Bob Dylan, but maybe I stole this from Woody Guthrie. Freedom for me is waking up in the morning and going to sleep at night, and in between doing exactly what I want to do. What's the secret to happiness? The secret to happiness is finding something you love and then doing that for the rest of your life.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Site Review Tuesday. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success, and I want to say thank you for joining me. Now, here in a minute, we're going to get to reviewing one of your websites, and I do want to point out that while this has been pre-recorded, I'm hanging out in the chat, interacting with you guys live and answering your questions. Now, if you're interested in having your website reviewed, there's a link in the description below this video where you can submit your site. And in addition to getting a site review, I also offer a one-on-one session to each photographer who has had a site review done to help them answer any questions or assist in making any changes that they may want to make. Now, don't forget, we also live stream every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so I hope to see you there. Let's get into the site review. All right, guys, here we are on Darren Mark Photography, and let me just bring this down so you guys can see that address really quick. That is dmfotoni.com, and we're just going to start the review here on the homepage. First of all, Darren, I think you have an amazing homepage. I was checking it out earlier, and there's a lot of really good things about this, which I'm going to point out. But just starting up here at the top, great job getting the favicon set up and the custom URL, as well as the logo here in your header. So let's just go ahead and keep moving down the page. Now, you have a really well thought out, well organized site menu going on too as well. So we're going to go over this in a second. A couple of things we'll talk about here in a second. Let's just start here on this homepage image. So the homepage images, I think there's like 5 or 6 total. I didn't count, but I know there's not too many. I would almost maybe add like 1 or 2 more, but other than that, I think they're great. The one thing I really want to point out is how strategic you've been with picking these images out. You have made sure that the subject of the photos appear perfectly between these little overlays right here. So every image that I've seen so far, the subject is appearing nice and just right in here, not too much cropped off. So I think you've done a great job at picking these images out. One thing you could do is you could switch from using your homepage menu, which is this right here, to using your header menu. It would almost stay looking identical, except the header menu pushes the images down so you actually see a little bit more, and it doesn't float over the top of the images. So something you might experiment around with. I think what you have going on right now is perfectly fine. Again, you've done a really great job at picking these out, so I think you have a wonderful image selection here. All right, let's scroll down. Let's take a look at this welcome message. Nice, short, and sweet. And the best thing about this welcome message is it like hits everything that needs to be hit on the homepage within a few sentences. So it tells who you are, it tells what you do, and it also tells your location. So in like 2 seconds of being on the homepage and reading those 2 lines of text, I already know the major information that as a visitor, I want to know right out the gate of what you do and where you are. All right, so great job having this set up. Now, the other cool thing I want to point out here is that while you've done a great job setting this homepage up, you have your social media icons and all this cool stuff here. There's a couple of things that you guys might be seeing here. You're like, oh, wait a minute, where did that come from? So that's the feedback and the message me icon down here. That's going to be custom code that Darren has put in. I'm guessing he put that code in either is his welcome message, because you can go into the welcome message and actually put custom code in there. Or maybe it's in, that's the only place I think it can be, is either in the welcome message or the about message. But great job getting that set up, Darren. It looks nice and clean. It doesn't look like it's interfering with the homepage at all. So it looks like it's working perfectly with a slight overlay over this little search right here. So if you want people to use the search, you can definitely leave it on. Otherwise, if the search is not something that you want people using, you might want to go ahead and just turn that off so that it doesn't kind of interfere with these. It looks like they're interacting pretty well with each other without causing any issues, but great job getting that set up. Again, great job in your image selection on your homepage. I think you have a great start and you've done a great job. All right, let's go ahead and just start going over these site menu items really quick. We're gonna go up here to weddings first of all. And so we have photography pricing, videography pricing, weddings, frequently asked questions, and then portfolio. So I love that you have this set up kind of in their own site menu items like this. You have this really well organized. One thing I'm a little confused about, and not confused about, but one of the things I just want to bring up as conversation is the order of these menus. I feel like, personally for me, I feel like the portfolio might need to go up top. Like as a visitor, I think, okay, naturally I want to see samples of your work before I start looking at pricing. That could just be my personal opinion though. What do you guys think in chat? Do you think portfolio goes up top or do the pricing go up top first? Like I can understand the logic of this as well. So maybe this is just a personal preference. Let me know what you guys think about that in chat. But let's just go ahead and follow this path as Darren has laid it out for us. So we're going to click on photography prices. And I think that's going to be taking us to a custom page, and which it definitely looks like it's a custom page. Let's go ahead and just scroll down and take a look really quick. Really nicely set up. Lots of good information in here. Let's see. So we got some images, just some, and this, so if you guys are wondering, like, how did he do this image overlay right here? This is probably, and I'm going to guess this is just one single image. And in fact, you can tell, you can look at my mouse and you can see that it's turning into the hand. That's a single image. If we click on that image, that is taking us to the guest book. So, and you guys didn't see it, but that also opened the guest book up in a new tab. So pretty cool there. Maybe slightly confusing as to that being a link to go to the guest book, but let's go back and take a look. You know, maybe on that image, you might want to write something like click here to read all of my guest book entries or something like that. Also, you could do an overlay so that when somebody does hover over that, it just says click here to view my guest book or something like that on the title overlay. Really cool though, really cool custom page. And as you guys can't see down here, well, as you can see, there's a lot of information. He's got this book now button right here, and you can tell it's a button. It's got the little hand. So really cool layout, really fantastic job on this custom page, Darren. This is just amazing. Let's click this book now and see where this goes. All right, so that book now went to another custom page. It did open it in a new tab, really cool. Not entirely necessary that it opens to another tab because this is maintaining your Zenfolio navigation, but still a nice setup. So these are the terms and conditions of a wedding contract. So here are all the terms and conditions, and then you have to click I agree, and then this I agree takes us to a pre-order page where we can go ahead and place a pre-order for a wedding booking. So really cool flow. I love that setup. I think it's great, really well thought out. So just definitely a good job getting all that set up. All right, let me bring this browser back up here and let's just jump back to this custom page and let's just keep going really quick. Again, so lots of nice images, lots of nice links and options, and definitely the book now feature here is just fantastic. I think this is a great setup, a really nicely done custom page. Big kudos to you on this. It's a really cool custom page with lots of options here. So I think you've done a fantastic job setting that up. Let's keep going down the site menu though. One thing I will point out though, Darren, is as we went to this page, it's changing from using your homepage menu to your site header menu, and the theme for it did change. Not a deal breaker, not a big deal, just something that I wanted to point out to be a little nitpicky. As you see here on the homepage, if we go back, the site menu is over on the side and the overlays for this are blue. So you got this little blue right here. And then if we go to any other page where it's not utilizing the homepage menu and it's using the header, we have that blue here, which is working fine. And then these overlays are white with this kind of blue here. So just a subtle difference, not a big deal, just something I did want to point out. All right, let's check out your videography pricing. All right, so this is taking us to another custom page. Let's just scroll down here and take a look. And let's see. So this is an image right here. And then let's go down here. So we do have a video embedded. Nice job. Having a video in here. Let's just take a look really quick. My internet's being a little bit slow. Let's keep moving on here. You got a great job. Oh, this one's coming from YouTube. So nice job here having it on YouTube. I definitely always suggest if you're going to show video on custom pages, go ahead and upload it to YouTube first. Hopefully you have a YouTube channel going just for the SEO benefits. But again, another great custom page, Darren. I think you did a good job on this. So really well done. I love the layout. Love the way you have everything working. Let's check out your frequently asked questions page. All right. I'm probably thinking about booking you. When do you start taking pictures from? All right, this is really cool. It looks like you've thought of a lot of questions that you frequently get asked, and you put answers in here. So I think this is extremely helpful. Again, just, the goal being for your website, my primary purpose on a website is for acquisition, and as many questions as you can answer for somebody before they have to call you. The thing is people don't want to call and feel stupid. They want to call and they want to feel confident and know what they're talking about. So if you can help answer questions, even to questions they might not have thought about asking on your homepage, like with a layout like this is just a really big beneficial page. I think you have a great job setting this up. This is a wonderful idea, a great page. It's really well thought out and it's really well laid out as well. So good job on this here. Let's go down and check out your wedding portfolio. All right, so you have the caption in play here. Great job. This is just super helpful for your clients, super helpful for your SEO. Good job here. And then you have the contact page link up here as well in the caption. So great job there. Not too many photos, so not an overabundance of photos. And with that being said, you might think about making these images just a little bit larger. Just a tad bit larger, but I don't think it's definitely not a deal breaker. Let's click on an image and see. So one of the things is if you hover over it, we do see we have all of this stuff going on. So we have the favorites, we have the image title, we have the sequence number, we have the social media icons. If this is something that you want, that's perfectly fine. For me, it feels a little cluttered for a portfolio page. You might think about removing some of these options. Like I don't really see why you would want to use favorites for a portfolio page. But again, there are people who do use that for their portfolio, especially for location information. A bride might specifically like a location in a photo and want to save it to come back to later. And that's a good reason to have favorites on a portfolio page. But let's go ahead and scroll to the bottom. So I'm not seeing any categories and keywords down here, Darren. So that's one thing that you are missing out on is the categories and keywords benefit. If you have categorized and keyworded the gallery and the images, that needs to be showing under page options here so that it shows up down here. Let's click on a photo and see what happens. All right, so this is opening up to the photo page and just taking a look here. There we go. Just taking a look at some of these. It's perfectly fine. Wedding photographer Ireland right down here. Some things showing up here. So like you've got the menu showing up. So there's definitely a lot of page options here that could be confusing to a visitor as to why they're seeing these options. The info tab here kind of shows a lot of this stuff as well. I'm not really sure if the EXIF data is important. One of the things about the EXIF data showing is that it does show the date of the photo. So if you are not staying on top of your portfolio, if you're not constantly updating it with your newest images, then people can come here and be like, oh, well, that image is from 2017. Are they still in business? Are they, have they not taken any good photos lately? So something to think about there. Also too, people who want to come in and see like this stuff, if they understand this stuff, are these things that we want people being able to see on the website? Because you can definitely turn this information off. All right. Other than that, I'm not a huge fan of that photo page. I would probably think about maybe doing a dim the lights mode or something like that, just to have a more cleaner presentation. But again, this is not a deal breaker. There is just a lot of information that people can kind of get lost in clicking around in that we don't really want them to spend time clicking around in that. Let's check out your music really quick. Gigs and concert festivals. Okay, so this talks a little bit about what you do, the gigs, gig booking right here. And you have some videos on your YouTube channel, really cool. Let's just click on that really quick. Let's see how that works. And that opens up to a new tab. And perfect, right to the subscribe button right here. So it takes you right to the YouTube page with the subscribe option. So clicking right here to subscribe. So nice job setting that up. Let's get back to your Zenfolio site. And let's just take a look really quick. So looks like these are possibly links to galleries of events that you've done. Really cool. Yeah, so this is a nice setup as well. A really really cool page, easy to navigate. Just going down to the different events that you photographed. All right, let's go back and let's go back up to the top and let's keep moving down this site menu. Bookings, let's see what that booking page is going to. All right, so this is going to an embedded Google form. Guys, I love Google Forms. They're super easy to use. Google's free. You can use Google Forms, Google Sheets, all of that good stuff. And this is really great because the form is, the Google Forms are really cool to use, and you can embed them right here in a custom page, just like you see Darren's done here. And then the nice thing is it goes to your Gmail account and all of that stuff. So I love using Google Forms. I love having them embedded. So great job here having this set up. It's staying in Zenfolio. It didn't open up to a new page or anything like that. So perfect job there. Let's go down and let's check out your videos. All right, so this took us to your YouTube page, and just as I would expect, it opened it up in a new tab, so I can jump back over here to your Zenfolio account. So again, really great job. Everything is just staying consistent. It's opening up in new tabs if it needs to. So good job setting this up so far. I'm super impressed with what you've done. Let's check out the portfolio. Again, the one thing that's throwing me off is, again, guys, what do you think? Does that portfolio need to be the top menu item in that drop down, or does it make sense for it to be the last one? You guys let me know what you think. All right, so here again, your portfolio again, sequence numbers, favorites, you know, all of this stuff showing the images. The thumbnails are a little small, and you have these distracting elements over it when you hover over it. So my opinion, maybe making these thumbnails a little bit larger, cleaning up some of these elements so there's not so many distracting things here, like click here and all of that. This also has a buy button, so that means there's a price list applied to this gallery as well, which is perfectly fine if that was intended. I know sometimes when you go photograph events, especially music events and things like that, there are licensing issues where you're not allowed to sell the photos depending on your contract. So again, just if you intended to have a price list on here, perfectly fine. If not, if this is something that was automatically applied a price list to it because of the folder it was in, you might want to check that out and make sure that's okay. All right, let's go check out your aerial. All right, so this is taking us to another web page that's outside of Zenfolio. It looks like this is your drone information. So we're going to go back and we'll just keep going down the site menu. We'll check out your aerial portfolio here. Again, really nice setup. Just with the elements that are hovering over this, when I hover over this, seeing all of this information right here, not sure that's exactly what you want, but I think that it's perfectly fine. I love that in every portfolio gallery, you have utilized the caption to show information about this gallery and to have people get in touch with you. So great use of that as well. All right, let's keep moving on here. Let's go down and check out your blog really quick. All right, here we are on your blog, and your last entry was October 23rd, 2019. So September, October. Hopefully we're going to be getting a November blog post, and it looks like you're posting pretty consistently on the 23rd. Well, the past 2 months you did. Let's see. So the 13th, the 11th. All right, so it looks like you're starting up on your blog, getting consistently in there. That's great. As long as you're posting consistently once a month, you know, I would love to see something once a week. There's no way I'm going to get a blog post up once a week, just to be honest, but it looks like you are posting consistently on the 23rd. I think that's great. Looks like you have a camera raw update. Very cool. So let's check out this blog post really quick. All right. Good, so some good information here to share along with other photographers as well, talking about the camera raw update. A lot of good text information. This is going to be really good for your SEO. And it looks like you have a lot of good keywords and stuff in here as well. So nice job getting that all set up. Darren, I think you've done a fantastic job with your site so far. Let's go to your contact, message me. Let's see what that button does. All right, so that's going to your built-in contact page, which is perfectly fine to use. Super simple, has all the information that you need. Let's hover back over and check out these other options. Contact, about me. All right, so you got a nice, good photo in here of you. You've got some good information. Darren, I know you do videography. I would love to see an about video in here. I always advocate for that. And you do show that you do videography in here, so what a great way to let your personality come across to do an about video. A little weird that the about me is in the contact. What do you guys think? Should that be an info tab? I was a little thrown off by that, not a deal breaker, but maybe having this be a more info tab rather than a contact might make a little bit more sense. What do you guys think in chat? Definitely let me know. Join my mailing list. Look like a minute 35 left. Let me see if I can just check this out really quick. All right, cool. So again, this looks like it is a custom code that was embedded in a custom page. Very nicely done. It's nice and clean. Looks like it's super easy to use. So great job doing that. Here on this, one more thing I want to check out. Let's check out client access. All right, this goes to the built-in client access page. You got a nice little photo here. Again, I always say this when I see people use client access on their website. Client access is designated for your clients. Why not go ahead and put up a thank you message or something like that, just to make it a little bit direct to them of saying thank you for their business. Darren, thank you so much for submitting your site. I think you have done a fantastic job. The setup is very consistent across the thing. I definitely know that you've been in the site reviews, paying attention. Wonderful job. Your site menu is well thought out. A little weird on the order of some of the drop downs, but that might just be a personal preference. I think you've been very strategic with your homepage images. Nice job keeping the layouts consistent and utilizing those gallery captions. You have done so many things really, really well. The other thing that I'll point out that was a little nitpicky is when we changed from using the homepage menu to the header menu, that theme kind of changed a little bit where the background to the drop down menu items were blue rather than white, or they were white rather than blue. So just that little bit of difference. Overall, great job. Thank you so much for submitting your website. And I know that this is going to serve you well, and you've just done a great job. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching that site review. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon so you get notified when we post videos and when we go live. Now, if you're interested in having your site reviewed, there's a link in the description below this video where you can submit your website for that. And in addition to getting a site review, you're also going to get a link where you can schedule a session with me. We're going to go over your website, go over the review. I'll answer any questions that you have and help you make any changes that you're interested in making. So the link to sign up for that is in the description below this video. Now, don't forget Zenfolio Live coming up this Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you guys there. Until then, I hope you have a great week.